The great thing about the internet, while also being the worst thing about the internet, everything is written in ink. It's not written in pencil. You can't put something out on social media, immediately regret it, and then delete it and hope it goes unnoticed, just disappears. I mean, you can get away with it if you have 5 followers. You can tweet or post whatever you want, no one cares. But if you have a sizable following, thousands or millions of people, you better be careful what you put out on social media. I'm so glad that we did not have social media when I was growing up. Facebook came out when I was in college. The big thing back then was MySpace. Remember Tom, the creepy looking guy in the white tee staring at you every time you logged into MySpace? Remember him? I'm glad social media wasn't widely available when I was a teenager or when I was in college because I didn't give a shit back then. I would have uploaded pictures from our debauchery, pictures that would be out there forever. That's what you do when you're 18, 19, 20 years old. You don't think about the future. You don't think about the consequences of your actions. But when you're an international sports network, supposedly run by adults, I hold you to a different standard. I guess I shouldn't hold ESPN to a higher standard. The network has proven over and over again they are nothing but brain dead pussies concerned about one thing and one thing only. What can we do to please woke Twitter? What can we do to appease the lowest form of human life on this planet? Have you guys ever watched the show Euphoria? Comes on HBO. The second season concluded last night. I'm going to try and watch it soon. My girlfriend has been recommending it to me for weeks now. There is a character on the show Euphoria named Ashtray. I'm not sure if that's his legal name or just his street name. With all the weird names nowadays, you never know. His legal name could be Rusty Ashtray, but anyway, Ashtray is a 13-year-old kid from a troubled home. He's definitely not on the path to graduating the Ivy Leagues, which I guess could be a good thing. Maybe he stands a chance of not becoming an indoctrinated dumbass social justice warrior destined to live a life of virginity and spanking off. Ashtray lives the typical street life. Dope dealer, at the ripe age of 13, he has already accomplished something that took Charles Manson over 30 years to accomplish. At 13 years old, Ashtray has already brutally murdered 2 people. On the season finale last night, the kid is involved in another murderous altercation. At some point during the altercation, the cops arrive. Ashtray ends up shooting and killing one of the cops. Now, you may be wondering, KC, why in the hell are you talking about this? What does this have to do with the world of sports? Well, I'm about to show you. Check out this tweet from ESPN last night. This came from the SportsCenter Twitter account. It's a picture of Ashtray with the caption, "Name an athlete as fearless as this guy." Well, great job, ESPN. You really stumped me with this one. I can't think of an athlete that is so fearless that he kills people. Of course, once the backlash started coming in, minutes after ESPN sent this tweet out, they immediately deleted it. But not before the New York Post screenshotted it. The Post reached out to ESPN for a comment, and to my surprise, they actually issued a response. That is rare at ESPN, responding when they're accused of fucking up. Outkick has been trying for months to get ESPN to issue a statement about their lack of coverage of Leah Thomas. Numerous media outlets tried getting a statement from ESPN on the Maria Taylor-Rachel Nichols situation last summer. At the time, I guess their fax machine was broken. ESPN gave a statement to the New York Post about this tweet. It said, "The content posted was not in alignment with ESPN's brand, and we removed it." Oh, really? The bullshit meter on my laptop broke when that statement was on my screen. Not in alignment with ESPN's brand? The Ashtray character has killed people on Euphoria before, but it wasn't until he killed a police officer that ESPN described him as fearless. If the network didn't have a reputation of denigrating cops, I might believe that the tweet doesn't represent their brand. But this is the same network that supported the Defund the Police movement, which, by the way, citizens of Chicago, Minneapolis, Seattle, New York City, How's that working out for you? Crime in my neighborhood still doesn't exist. If a kid steals a bicycle, it would be considered a major crime where I live. You can't get on the subway in New York City without some shithead trying to steal your wallet. You can't have a mailbox in Chicago, they'll steal that too. UPS drivers in Seattle had to drive around with a concealed weapon. ESPN has proven that they're anti-police. This is the same network that continues to employ Mark Jones. Remember him? The guy that lied about the Jacob Blake case during an NBA game? Mark Jones said cops shot an unarmed Jacob Blake after the dude admitted he was going for his knife. The same Mark Jones who said he would be refusing police escorts at college football games because he was afraid the escorts would shoot him because he's black. Somehow, this dumbass is still collecting a check from ESPN, but that tweet doesn't align with our values. That tweet aligns perfectly with the branding at ESPN. You notice they didn't say anything about punishing the person who published that tweet? The SportsCenter Twitter account, I would imagine, is run by some brainwashed intern. Probably attends Woke University, will graduate this spring with a BS in woke and a minor in proper pronouns. I don't understand why anyone at this point would want to work at ESPN, especially if you're Caucasian. Why would you want to work for someone that makes you apologize for your white privilege? It was announced last week that Troy Aikman is leaving Fox to join ESPN. He's going from $12 million to $18 million a year. I hope that extra $6 million's worth it. This is like going from a Bugatti to a Dodge Dart. Not only is the culture at ESPN a cesspool of disgusting wokeness, but their NFL coverage is the worst of any of the major networks. Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, they weren't Madden and Summerall, but they were the A-team at Fox. Every week, Troy Aikman was given the game of the week on Fox. He got to call the Super Bowl every couple of years, NFC Championship game every year, the biggest matchups in the wild card round and the divisional round. You're giving up all of those marquee matchups to go call Monday Night Football? Every week, Monday Night Football is one of the least watched NFL games. The franchise is not what it used to be in the past. Monday Night Football now, all they get is the scraps. Troy Aikman is going from a weekly audience of 18, 19, 20 million to an audience of 9, 10, 11, maybe 12 million. He's going from Joe Buck to who in the hell calls Monday Night Football now? Booger McFarland? You're going from Joe Buck, a broadcaster with a strong family legacy, to a fucking guy named Booger. Now, there are rumors that Joe Buck's thinking about joining ESPN too. What the hell's going on here? How much more proof do you need that this network is trash? This network is run by people who make decisions based on the opinions of people who are offended by pronouns. Perhaps ESPN is trying to balance their demographics a little bit. Past couple of years, there's been a case of the white flight at the network. We already know how concerned ESPN is about racial balance. Maybe that's why they're throwing all this money at Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. I just don't understand why two established broadcasters would leave the golden goose at Fox to join the vomit-inducing ESPN. But what the hell do I know? I'm not a millionaire. I don't know how these people think. Maybe the only color they see is green. But let me know what you guys think. Give me your thoughts on the tweet by ESPN, their SportsCenter Twitter account. Also, what do you think of Troy Aikman and possibly Joe Buck leaving Fox for ESPN? Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I will see you guys tomorrow.